Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United. We're about halfway through the season now. We're in a pretty good place. We're about to play our 19th game. Man United have managed to level the points totals. I think they had the early kickoff. We need to win at home against Aston Villa to move ahead of them. We got a good couple of games this, and then Watford, and then Southampton and Sunderland should both be winnable. Sunderland in the FA Cup. Then it's Stoke and a big away match of Man City, setting us up for two games against Liverpool and Arsenal. Next episode, the Champions League will also kick off, so definitely worth tuning in for that. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll be able to catch up with the episodes as they come out. But let's jump into this game. It's a full-strength team going out there. Everybody's fit and fresh. Kotroviak is back from injury, which is nice to see, but Lewis Cook will continue in the defensive midfield role for now. No real changes to the normal team. Amana is injured, so Michael Keane has come in there. Careers free kick, and Phil Jones is there at the near post. The keeper caught in no man's land, and we've taken the lead. Origi into Keane. There's Sane for the bottom corner. Goal from the corner makes it 2-0, and this game is surely settled already. Chambers sends the ball out wide for Correa, who takes it down. He's running quite direct. Origi finds Sane in a good position, and Sane makes no mistake. 3-0. He's got 15 for the season. Lewis Cook through to Kovacic. Ball out wide to Chambers, who can send it in. He beats two defenders to do so, and Correa is at the far post for 4. Correa with the free kick. Cleared away. Now Meligoni has hammered it into the bottom corner. It's 5-0 and we're only 40 minutes in. Cook. Back to Meligoni. He's got some players making runs. It's nearly half time. He sends the ball over though. And it's been given away to Origi into the area. Slots it home. And this is just far too easy. Kovacic. Over to Correa. We need to try and get forward if we can. Babarama's got a bit of room on the left. Just holds up the play. Then does go for a run. Finds Correa. And there's Kovacic. Back out to Babarama again. Meligoni to Kovacic in space, finds Wijnaldum. Now Z Gomez slips it through to Wijnaldum, who's tripped by Andonian, and we've got a penalty. Meligoni should be the one to take this. It'll make it 7-0 if he can score it. He scored his last 2 as far as I remember. Up steps Meligoni. It's saved, but he's there for the rebound. Gets it back to Kovacic. Now Chambers. Through to Meligoni. Chambers again. Drills it in and wide. Chambers to Wijnaldum in a good space, pulls it in, and Zeke Gomez makes it 7. It's been an absolute massacre of Aston Villa as we put ourselves back at the top of the table by 3 points. A little bit of wiggle room, and at the halfway stage, we're on track to beat that 85 points total that I think usually guarantees you the title. There's not too many changes to the team for the away match against Watford. Watford are struggling this season. We've brought in Wijnaldum on the left flank to partner Sane, and Mangala has come into the central defensive area with Keane pushed to the right and Chambers sitting this one out on the bench. Michael Keane steals the ball from Atsu. There's Kovacic to Leroy Sane. He's been scoring the goals recently. He's cutting across field. Meligoni now. Out to Babarama, who can send it in. There's Sane at the far post. He's still in the goals. Kovacic sends the ball over the top for Sane. He drills it in. It's saved, but Origi's there for 2. Ayoze finds success. He's in, and success has found the goal. It's 2-1, and Watford are looking dangerous. Classy to success. There's Ayoze through to Hernandez. He puts it out wide. Felivi's got in, and Felivi hammers it past the keeper. We've thrown away a 2-0 lead. Into added time. Z Gomez to Cook. We need another late goal, but we're giving it away. Sane gets it back though. Sends it into Z Gomez. Can he put it back? He does, and Lewis Cook's there. Yet again, we get the late goal that is surely going to seal this points for us. Rahman throws it in, and there's a full-time whistle. We threw away a 2-0 lead, managed to come and win it right at the end. A very good win for the team. Keeps us 3 points clear. United hot on our heels, but we are doing everything we can to keep them away. Into added time. Z Gomez to Cook. We need another late goal, but we're giving it away. Sane gets it back though. Sends it into Z Gomez. Can he pull it back? He does. And Lewis Cook's there. Yet again, we get the late goal that is surely going to seal this points for us. Rahman throws it in, and there's a full-time whistle. We threw away a 2-0 lead, managed to come and win it right at the end. A very good win for the team. Keeps us 3 points clear. United hot on our heels, but we are doing everything we can to keep them away. The January transfer window has opened now that we're into the 2022 calendar year. This away match against Southampton quite important because we've got an opportunity to move further further ahead of United. They were held to just 1 point away at the new White Hart Lane. So if we can get a win, we'll move 5 points clear, which is not bad going at all. If you just have a look at our transfer history, we have brought a few players in, just 3 youngsters who have a little bit of potential to develop. Their contracts are expiring, and I wanted to bring them in. Obviously, you can't sign pre-contract agreements with English players. Just giving you a quick look at their stats. You can pause it if you like, because I am keen to get back into the Premier League action. I want to win away at Southampton. They're really struggling in the league. Korea's coming back in on the left flank. Mamana is also back in defence. Otherwise, the team's probably the same one from last time. Had a few days break. They should be fresh enough to see this one through. Mina has the ball intercepted by Mamana. Now Kovacic can launch the attack. He's got Melagoni to his right. Back to Mamana. Now Chambers. Just passing the ball around in midfield. If one of them can pick a pass over the top. Melagoni does. He finds Chambers. He can whip it in. Origi at the near post. It comes back. And Sane's there, as always. A great left-footed finish into the far post to put us in the lead. Malcolm with a free kick, edge of the area, hits the crossbar. Mamana gets it away, and we are living dangerously. We've nearly managed to see this one out. The early goal from Sane looks to have given us the points. I don't want Mamana holding on to the ball there. Just passing it around. Korea maybe launching a late attack. It's Z Gomez up front. He's fresh. Melagoni. There is the goal scorer, Leroy Sane, turning inside and shooting straight at Forster. But that will run down the clock enough. We're going to get 3 more points away from home. Another banana skin avoided. And 3 wins out of 3 is not a bad start to this episode. Well, we are now at the FA Cup match against Sunderland. It's a sellout in the stadium for this big derby game. But there is some transfer news to tell you about. You might be able to see it on the screen, but let's head over to the transfers section. You'll see that Giorgino Wijnaldum could be about to leave the club for £4.4 million. He is still a reasonably good player, but he's not playing as much as he would like, and he's asked to leave. He's actually been having a very good season for us, possibly the best he's ever had. But because he's not a first-choice starter, he does want to leave the club. So we are going to let him go. We don't want to hang on to players who don't want to be here. It'll be the second time we've let him go. Now the big news is that Alex Murray, they've got very similar names, has left the club. Now this is a bit of a controversial one. He is a very good player, and we're letting him go to a dangerous rival too. But you've got to remember, we signed him on a free just 2.5 years ago. It was an excellent free transfer to bring in. He's been very good and very consistent for us. But we've got 42 million for him. It could become as much as 47. He's definitely worth that money. He's probably worth a little bit more. And had we hung on to him for another year, maybe 2 years, his value would have gone up even higher. They originally came in with a £15 million bid. Now, obviously, rejected that, but instead of just rejecting it out of hand, I did negotiate it up and managed to get them nearly up to £50 million before they started to stretch the limits a bit. And the reason I agreed to sell him is that Matthew Ketchell is another great goalkeeper, but better yet, he is a youth product player, and if there's one thing I believe in, it's players coming out of our academy. I know a lot of people get big kicks out of bringing players in who are 16, 17, the regens, signing them to the club and developing them. I can't resist a player who's genuinely come out of our academy, especially when I'm managing Newcastle. So he is going to be the goalkeeper for as long as this save continues. He's already a 3-star ability at 19 years old, and for a goalkeeper, we could get 20 years out of him. He's got potential 4 to 5 stars. and his stats are already so impressive. He's already started a few games this season, started a couple. So he was bound to get the nod eventually. I've just accelerated that when Man City came in with the bid. The other notable absences, absence is Julian Green. We have sold him. He was a bit of a club legend. He had 4 years with us, or 3.5. We signed him on a free, sold him for £40 million. He was never a big player, but when he played, he did get goals. There was one particular season where he got 8 in 8, 7 in 13 in another. He was clearly a good goal scorer, but he just wasn't going to play for us, and he was getting unhappy. So I thought I'd let him go as well. So the squad's a bit reduced. The other big news is that we brought in Adrien Rabiot. He is a great player. We managed to get him at a snip for £20 million. He's still only 26. He's going to have a good few years in him, and he easily fits in alongside Kovacic, Malagoni, and Cook. He's had a very good record at PSG when he's been able to play games, but he hasn't been playing this season. He asked to leave, and we got him on the cheap. And he will make his debut in this match. Matthew Ketchel comes in goal. The defence stays the same. Kotroviak's playing in defensive midfield with Sane, Correa and Origi leading the line. Free kick for Bale. Ketchel comes out and claims it, commanding start. I have to say, I love this little winter animation. You don't see it too often, but it's a very nice little view. Adds a great effect to the pitch. Lukaku heads the ball straight to Chambers, though. We've got a chance to score on the snowy St James's Park. He sends it in. Origi's there and hammers it into the near post top corner. Free kick for Kovacic into the top corner. It's already 2-0. There is a win. We've beaten the rivals 2-0. A very good debut for Rabiot. He put in a good shift, and Ketchel also managed to keep a clean sheet on his first start as number one keeper. Means we're through to the fourth round of the FA Cup now. No real news since that last match. The only thing to say is that Wijnaldum has officially left the club, so the squad's a little bit smaller, which is good news. It's already still quite big, but a lot more youth players coming onto the bench will be helpful. We're on a really good run of form at the moment. We've actually won 6 matches in a row. Stoke at home is a possibility to make it 7, but they are 5th in the league, and then we're playing City, who are 2nd, Liverpool, who are 8th, and Arsenal, who are 6th. So it's a good, interesting run of games to see if we've got the legs to carry this title chase all the way. A win today would really set us up well for next episode. Correa looking to go on another run. He's enjoyed his running today, but he's given the ball away this time. Shaqiri will try and do the same. It's come for Quibolas. Shaqiri again gives it away to Chambers, though. We've got a man free on the right. It is Leroy Sane. He can pick a pass. He finds Correa, cuts inside, finds Origi, and we've taken the lead. Finally, Correa passes the ball, and Divock Origi smashes it home. And Correa's won the ball back there. I thought he'd given it up, but Origi having a run straight at Butland. Correa takes a touch, plays it over the top for Origi. What a tackle that was, but Origi picks it up anyway, and Origi does slot it home for 2-0. There is the full-time whistle. We have just absolutely hammered on Stoke's door. They were so resolute for so long, but we were able to get that second goal, which just shored up the points. Means we're still 5 points clear of United, but City can close that gap to 4 points if they win. Trying to put out the strongest possible side for this game against Man City. We're on an excellent winning run, and it'd be phenomenal if we could keep going away from home against Man City. The front three stay the same, as does the midfield. Lewis Kirk actually is coming in, and Kovacic got injured, so the midfield isn't the same at all. Malagoni fills in for the injured Kovacic. We've got Rahman, Keema, Mana and Chambers still across the back four, and it's the first real big test for Ketchel, who's not had a lot to do in his first 2 games as number one. But this will be a bit different. Dembele sends it over the top for Berahino, who's in and slots it in that bottom corner. We've gone a goal down. Berahino looking for Brandt. He cuts inside the defender and scores a great individual goal. We're 2-0 down, and I think this is going to be the game that ends our winning run. Corner from Dembele, in by Brandt. It's 3-0. It's not even half time, and it's all over. Malagoni through to Z Gomez. He's got Sane in the box. Sane does get one back immediately after half time. Maybe there's life left in us. Well, the damage has been completely done in the first half of this game. We tried our best, but couldn't do any more than that goal that we scored early on in the second half. And there is the defeat. We've been beaten 3-1, and Manchester City have really closed the gap on us now. It's down to just 4 points, so they've still got that game in hand, which will restrict it to just 1 point. Manchester United can also close that gap down from 5 back to 2 points. So it's all looking a bit more tight at the top of the table at the end of this episode. That's not ideal. We've got a bit of work to do over the next few games, and it's not getting any easier. We've got tough games against Liverpool and Arsenal. Then we have a little break with Derby in the FA Cup and West Ham and Huddersfield in the league, ending with a Champions League match against Juventus. So more tough games to come. It doesn't really get any easier at this point of the season, but we started very well. We've given ourselves a good chance, so we need to turn it into an actual trophy at the end of all this. If you do want to see us do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. But until next time, see ya.